I'd like to say good morning to everyone all over central Indiana this morning. So we give you a beautiful look over a crisp, chilly downtown Indianapolis. We hope everything's off to a great start for you here on this Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And we want you to be prepared, not only those cooler temperatures, but some rain on the way.
But not our morning commute, right?
No, yeah, we're
we
good.
can ease on into the Wednesday just fine.
The guys who sang that song is a band called Blue Swede. They had no idea what they were saying. It was all phonetically.
Well, it was a
they
hit.
sang it, but we know what we are saying, and that is dry this morning, but wet for that drive home. So if you're going to be gone all day, you'll want an umbrella or raincoat with you, because believe me, you will need it. It is 6 o'clock, and this is a line of rain from Minneapolis down to central Iowa and northwest Missouri. This is on the way here. And it is starting to pick up in speed. So I think that probably we're 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 hours away from rain here. 40 degrees right now here. Good morning, Crawfordsville. You're at 35. Newcastle and Rushville at 37. Greenwood's at 38, as is Martinsville. If you're headed to Indianapolis International, I've got really good news for you. No rain this morning. We don't have really any problems with flights either. In fact, everything's on time, not only of major airports, but some of the regional airports flying from Indianapolis there, so it's a good day to fly. Is it a good day to drive? It depends on when you're driving. Later today, we'll go from 39 at 8 a.m. to 52 at noontime. Our high today is going to be 58. Now, that's 5 degrees above average. It would be warmer, but we're going to have cloud cover, and we're also going to have some rain out there later today. And a reminder, at 9 o'clock this morning, on 13 Plus, we'll start airing our winter season preview with Sean Ash and Matt Standridge. You don't want to miss this. And if you miss it at 9, that's okay, because you can watch it anytime after that. Just watch for free by downloading it with Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV. Okay, enough of winter. How are we doing out on the roads right now?
Unfortunately, not great. We actually have a picture from that water main break that we were talking about. This is located at South Meridian and Troy Avenue. So this is on the near south side of town. Got reports of this happening around about 30 minutes or so ago. As you can see, the road is flooded out, and it does look like that water main is still spewing out water, creating some flooding issues over South Meridian Street. So this is obviously closed. This is going to be the entire block of South Meridian from Troy Avenue south. And as it's still ongoing, it probably will be closed for some time. So that's what we want you to know. Be aware to avoid that situation. There are a couple of alternate routes around South Meridian if you are traveling on this side of town, so you can avoid that closure where that flooding is currently taking place. And that's going to be to utilize either Bluff Road north or southbound, or you can take Madison Avenue. East Street kind of branches off of Madison Avenue there, but that's going to be that one lane right there on the south side. So again, that's going to be an ongoing closure this morning while that water main break. Crews are out there kind of assessing the situation. Hopefully that will get wrapped up soon. We'll keep you posted. We have also got a crash on I-65 southbound over the White River just south of 38th Street. That's now moved off into the shoulder, but we are seeing some slowed traffic along that stretch of 65 south.
Thank you, Lindsay. We hope to check in with See You New Yorker soon for more on that water main break. But here's another breaking story she was following earlier. We've learned that a man is dead after an overnight shooting on the city's east side.
So we know this happened on Heiner Lane, which is near 16th and Shadeland Avenue. So what we know right now is police were called on a report of a person shot. When they arrived to the scene, they found the victim dead. So right now, IMPD does believe this was a targeted shooting, but don't have any suspects right now.
What we need from the public is anyone that might have heard or saw anything, especially if they have any videos. There's several residences along here, so hopefully you guys can get this out and they might see it on the morning news and be able to call in with some video footage.
So right now, detectives are checking that area for any clues or even any neighbors who might have doorbell camera video that can help lead to a suspect.
And another breaking story, this one out of Hamilton County, where fire investigators are hard at work. There's a house fire in Fishers.
And so we want to show you some new video just in from that fire that a viewer actually sent us. So this was sent in taken about 30 minutes ago, and you can see the flames clearly shooting from this video here from our viewer. And now we are there live on the scene right now, so we want to let you know this is on the intersection of Lake Stonebridge Lane and Grindstone Drive, which is near 116th and Hoosier Road. So there are still emergency personnel in that area.
Yeah, very few details right now, but when we checked in last, it looked like fire crews were concentrated on the garage area. We don't know if there are any injuries or how this fire started, but again, we're still on the scene right now waiting for an update for fire crews. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more.
And also new this morning, IMPD on the scene after a brief chase ended with a car crashing into a building.
This was early this morning at 14th and Meridian. Right now, police say that the suspect was allegedly driving recklessly. That building, as you can see there from that sign, the Catholic Center, is where police responded to this.
Police tell us there was no extensive damage to that building or major injury. Also this morning, the man accused of killing an Indianapolis woman more than 30 years ago will finally face a judge today. Missouri police arrested Dana Shepard back in August in connection to the death of 19-year-old Carmen Van Huse. In 1993, Van Huse was killed and raped in her apartment on Harcourt Road near 79th and Ditch Road. Police say DNA advancements are what led investigators to finally cracking this cold case. We, of course, will let you know if any new information becomes available out of today's hearing. Well, caught on camera, take a look at this security video showing two people stealing a woman's car.
You can see one of the suspects trying to break into the car while the other is holding a gun, eventually pointing that gun at that woman's home. This morning, our Matthew Foltz has looked at this video and into this story. And Matthew, have police found that car or even the suspects?
Yeah, Julia and Jalea, unfortunately, no update from Metro Police in this investigation so far. However, at last check, this woman's car is still out there somewhere. She tells 13 News she's now afraid after watching two people walk into her driveway and take off with her car. Take a look at your screen again. Monique Taylor tells 13 News this happened early Tuesday morning. This surveillance video is from Taylor's Ring doorbell camera. In it, you can see two men coming up to her car trying to get inside. And at one point, one of those men takes the gun he's holding and then points it at her home. Minutes later, they're able to get away with her car and back out of the driveway. She now tells 13 News the car was paid off but did not have full coverage, meaning her insurance company can't do anything. So now she's unsure what's next.
Probably get a rental, and it's gonna suck. I don't have any money like that saved to even really try to go get a car or a rental like that or whatever. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, just feel for her this morning. Taylor tells 13 News she did call police. However, no officers came out to her home. She says they will just be on the lookout. Now, if you see her 2013 Kia Optima, she tells us it has the plates TEL 949. So just an overall heartbreaking story for this woman. Meanwhile, you might remember last year we reported about 1,200 thefts of Kias alone just here in Indy. So hopefully we don't see this spike trend continue.
I hope that her car is spotted. But yeah, we'll just kind of have the best for her. Thank you, Matthew.
We don't believe that the shooting is accidental, but it is still under investigation.
This morning, there is a hearing set for later this month for a 13-year-old boy accused of shooting another 13-year-old.
At last check, that victim was still in critical condition. This happened early Sunday morning. Greenwood officers tell us they got a call for what was reported as an attempted suicide, but instead investigators believe several teens were actually playing with a gun in this home when one of them allegedly pulled the trigger. The suspect called 911 and reported, again, what was believed to be an attempted suicide at the time.
Well, Johnson County prosecutor you just heard from, Lance Hamner, tells 13 News a reminder that these situations are preventable. He tells us the suspected shooter is now at the Johnson County Juvenile Detention Center, but he is still considering the appropriate charges in this case.
And Hamilton Heights High School will be on e-learning days today after losing their principal, Jared Mason. The superintendent confirms with 13 News Mason died yesterday. The message posted on social media did not disclose how he died, but it also says Mason was beloved and calls on students and staff to come together to support one another. So the high school will also have an e-learning day tomorrow, but there will be extra counselors and staff in the building today and tomorrow between 9 and 11 for anyone who may need to talk to somebody about his death.
Well, at 6:10, we're now taking a look at life in Delphi after the Richard Allen trial.
Allen, of course, now is back in the Cass County Jail after a jury found him guilty on all 4 counts of murdering Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017. That trial brought renewed attention to that small community, attention that really wasn't welcome.
Well, now those barriers and barricades that were once set up around the Carroll County Courthouse, as you can see there, are down and riding away. Our crews saw the metal detectors being unused, back to the way that things were before this large trial.
The signs of the trial also, in this case, not totally erased from Delphi. You could still find messages of support for Abby and Libby and their families. We've covered all of the developments in this case extensively. You can scan that QR code you see right here to find our past stories. That will take you right to WTHR.com/Delphi.
Well, Center Township has a new constable this morning after the previous constable pleaded guilty to official misconduct and gun charges. The Marion County Democratic Party selected former IPS Commissioner Kenneth Allen as the replacement. He fills that vacancy left by Denise Hatch, who was removed from office last month. As part of Hatch's plea agreement, an invasion of privacy charge was dismissed and she won't serve any additional jail time.
Well, this morning we're back in Pennsylvania for Chuck's latest big adventure. He introduces us to a group of people helping history live on. You will not want to miss this. Coming up at 6:45.
Plus a shocking story here. Several people are in the hospital after a plant explosion in Kentucky. At 6:15, you will hear from witnesses about the chilling moments right before that plant exploded.